yeah. No, I almost thought Balor. I thought Balor for some reason. I thought Balor, but it's like that was never a title he held. But then again, also same thing for the Universal title. He never held the Universal or the NXT title. So it's more of Roman or Finn, in my opinion, that he should pick of decisions to choose from. Yeah, no, he had to retire because of his neck injuries. That was for the IC title.
The tag team action underway here. Doesn't get any better than this. We're about to witness tag team action at its finest, fellas.
Because they're like, I don't know if you know what the matchup was.
What a stomp! Good grief!
Christian, I think it was Christian, Sheamus, Alberto Del Rio. I don't know who the other person was. I know those are the three people. I believe Christian was trying to go for
what a clothesline! Forcefully delivered.
Sheamus.
I think things are about to get turned upside down.
Oh, God.
I think you are correct.
And then,
For many years, members of the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room have felt that tag team matches should have two referees. One referee is in the ring overseeing the action, and the other is located out on the floor, making sure teams follow the rules and do not engage in potentially damaging behavior. I think it's a good idea, something perhaps Mr. McMahon might want to consider.
Byron, earlier you raised a point that people have been talking about for years, and that's a second referee being appointed to tag team matches. I remember WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE President Gorilla Monsoon used to express a strong advocacy for two referees being appointed to tag team matches.
It's something that's been talked about for decades, Michael. I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've seen it on occasion, but I think it's best to let the superstars be responsible for themselves. And the appointed official for the match needs to do the job they're paid to do. I don't think it's that much to ask. When a superstar is in a tag team match and has endured heavy amounts of punishment, they must find a way back to their corner to tag their partner. Something that they have to try is doing create separation between them and their opponent. That space gives a superstar the ability to move and catch their breath.
The features clean off your face.
that was your decision.
Corey, you touched on this before. Part of a tag team's ability to be successful is their ability to endure punishment and make their way to their partner when they need to tag out. One way to do that is to create the separation so they have some space to gather themselves and time to make their way back to the corner.
You're absolutely right, Michael. What's the use of having a tag team partner if you're not able to get to them when you got to tag out of the match? Getting that separation is key in breaking any momentum your opponents could have, maybe the difference between a win and a loss, maybe even more.
During the rivalry between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus over the Raw Tag Team Championship, the teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout on Monday Night Raw. The most important fall in a 2 out of 3 falls contest is the first fall. If a team can win the first fall, that sets the tone for the rest of the match, and your opponents are playing catch-up.
The 2 out of 3 falls match that saw the Hardy Boys go at it with Cesaro and Sheamus was a throwback of sorts. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, championship title defenses and grudge matches were often decided in the 2 out of 3 falls format. Cesaro and Sheamus didn't waste any time and scored the decisive first fall after a brogue kick rocked Jeff Hardy.
Cesaro and Sheamus wanted to continue their domination of Team Extreme, but the Hardys had other ideas as Matt tied things up at one fall apiece after a twist of fate on the Swiss Cyborg. After a swanton bomb by Jeff Hardy, the match broke down, and the third fall was ruled a double count.
That's me.
Bonebreaker!
Oh, that's dude.
Uh-oh, we know what's coming next.
We're about to see them.
Nope.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Very amazing.
When you talk about great tag teams, we can go all the way back to teams like the Tolos brothers, Stevens and Patterson, Stevens and Bockwinkel, the Texas Outlaws, the Briscoes, the Blackjacks, the Andersons, and the list goes on and on. When you're part of a tag team, the two partners have to travel together, train together, eat together, and be completely in sync with one another.
Tag team competition dates back all the way to the early 1900s. Corey, you mentioned some of the classic duos from sports entertainment's incredible history. In today's WWE, the tag team scene has never been more competitive. I don't know who has the edge when it comes to talent, if it's Raw or SmackDown Live. I think it's too close to call, but all the teams truly think and act as one unit.
I agree, Michael. Teams such as the Usos, American Alpha, Anderson and Gallows, the New Day, the Hardy Boys, Cesaro and Sheamus. I could be here all day naming championship caliber team.
Shoulders down, is it enough? No trouble kicking out of that one.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole.
Now that's a display of excellent ring awareness.
Nicely done. There have been times in sports entertainment when unlikely duos have formed, and over time they develop and bond and become an outstanding tag team combination. The team that immediately comes to mind is the powerhouse duo of Cesaro and Sheamus. After their thrilling best-of-7 series, I wouldn't think they developed into a top tag team. Oh boy, he is rolling.
I don't think anyone thought Cesaro and Sheamus would develop into a premier tag team. Over time, the superstars realized that they were better as allies than as enemies. And when they combined their incredible strength, the results were something that couldn't be ignored.
It was really unbelievable to witness the evolution of Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. We saw them improve every week and conquer a variety of opponents. To see the Swiss Cyborg and Celtic Warrior go from unwilling partners to WWE Raw Tag Team Champions was truly impressive.
Really Dynamite and X here. We're supposed to heavyweight, so yeah. I'm trying to be patient, man. Oh,
The leg is...
oh shit. Captain, what are you doing?
What impact!
This one's over, guys.
Why? No.
Shoulders on
That's all I
that.
can do. I really...
A competitor has been eliminated.
Dude, no! I was literally trying to press... Oh my god. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know how that happened. I literally was trying to get in the ring. And I pressed... towards the
Tag team
ring,
history was made when the first
I kept
ever
doing that
SmackDown
tag
Tag
thing.
Team Champions were crowned
I was literally
at
trying to get in the
Backlash
ring.
2016. The unlikely duo of Rhino and Heath Slater caught lightning in a bottle and ran through the tag team title tournament. In the finals, Rhino and Slater took on the Usos to see which team would be the inaugural Tag Team Champions.
There was a lot on the line in the tag team tournament finals. The Usos wanted to add another tag team title ring to their resume and enjoyed the recognition of being the first ever SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The team of Rhino and Heath Slater was the team...
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
When this guy's on, look out. He can end it here. He's got him.
Over the last few years, the tag teams...
Oh, no. We know what this is. Oh, God, that hurt. Looking at it here. No, there's the reversal. team match here tonight. I don't think the tag team scene has ever been hotter here in WWE. The tag team competition right now is as heated.
I know that always screwed me over. I let go. And I learned my mistakes. I learned from my mistakes of using playing the roll up. It's not worth it at all.
A lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only two of these competitors will end up getting what they came for. The win. Backbreaker. Setting him up right where he wants him. Pulls the ripcord. Ooh, right to the face. Destroyed. That he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. They did it. They won the match.
GG. Fuck. Give me a wah wah. Give me a weep weep. Give me a weep.